Yeah. Now tell me about what is your name?
My name is Pesky. I manicure the bus at every stop. I help cut, sand, shave, seal, wax, dust, and clean the bus.
You from Oregon?
No, I'm from New Hampshire.
Let's see.
I'm a good friend of Zane's. I bought a bus about 3 years ago. Well, 3 years before I met him. It's about 10 years now. And we just became friends, and he knows I have great love for the bus. So the story between the buses, we always get asked, is this the original bus?
Keep talking.
And the truth is that this is the original bus. And by original bus, I mean it's further. It's Ken Kesey's further. Ken Kesey definitely had a first further, and there's always an Air Force One, you know what I mean?
Right.
Air Force One changes, you know, based on whichever plane the president's in. Same with Ken. Whatever bus Ken calls further is further. Now, there is the original further, and that's the 39. 39 made it across the country in 1964 for the electric Kool-Aid acid test. Interesting fact about that is that Tom Wolfe was never on the bus, and that also lasted very, very long. It goes on for the span of almost 10 to 12 years. The 39 is on its first engine. It made it after that trip. They put it away for 5 years, and then they brought it back out in Woodstock in 1969. It broke down in Woodstock, and they had it towed back to the hog farm with Lady Gravy, where it sat, and then Ken grabbed it and used it as a dugout for a little while. Shortly after that, Ken knew he wanted another bus. He found this bus. They started working on this bus. This bus has been to Scotland, it's been to Wales, it's been to various places in Europe. It's been shipped on a container ship over 3 times. It's got more prankster history in it than the first bus, in my opinion. But the first bus is the one that started counterculture, so they both hold historical significance.
And actually a better paint job.
This one has a better paint job. The other one could be described as lurid, and that was its point. Its point was for shock value. This one is a shock value of a beautification style.
Right. And this one runs really good?
This one right here runs amazing. It's on its 7th engine. It is a 1974 Chevy small block with an Allison 4-speed and a 2-speed rear end. Breaks down to about 8 gears. Right. It does have a Holley, I believe 850 vacuum secondaries, helps it get up the hill pretty well.
So it's a economy, gas economy.
You know, it's a Chevy 350. It's all about parts availability, and there's a lot of parts available for that everywhere. It keeps it going further. Absolutely.
Do you have any specific words of wisdom you'd like to share with the world in this?
Words of wisdom I'd like to share with the world. Yeah, love the bus. You know, there are rules where you're from, like don't touch the hot rod. And I understand people don't grow up in this culture hearing you're either on the hot rod or off the hot rod, and then the hot rod shows up, okay? So I understand the temptation. But, you know, don't jump on the hood of the bus. Like, we love you guys loving the bus, but the bus is an old bus, and it needs a little bit of respect, and it needs a lot of respect. It deserves it. So my words of wisdom would be easy on the bus. We all love the bus.
Why do you think it's important that the bus is doing what it's doing right now?
The bus doing what it's doing right now is important because it's very similar to what happened in 1964. The entire world is very serious. It's very caught up on the assassinations and the wars that were going on and all the terrible, terrible things. And people really needed something to cheer them up. And the Merry Pranksters were just that thing. To wake people up and go, you know, you don't need to follow the status quo exactly. You can go out, you can make art, you can make music, you can make people laugh and smile, and that's an art in itself. And they did that. They tried this parade float around making everybody smile, and that's pretty much what we do, and that's needed today. There's a lot of people lost in their Facebook feeds. There's a lot of people taking selfies with the bus. I mean, in America we upload there's so many selfies uploaded every minute. I think I don't even have the number anymore, but it's more than any other country. And it's amazing that people will take a selfie versus taking a picture of the bus over and over again. Like, you got to see yourself there. And I get getting a picture with you and your friends, but I don't know. Long story short, pretty much. I think it's important that people get out of their news feeds. I think it's important that people get out of affairs that don't concern them. And I think it's time that they get back to making art and paying attention to what's around them. And this is one of those things. When you drive this bus down the streets and people walk around with their faces and their phones and they miss further driving by their home street, their home commute, and they miss that. And it's like, I don't understand what they would be thinking when they got home if they had learned what actually they had missed. It doesn't make very much sense to me to not look at your surroundings. And I think what the bus does is it makes people look around at their surroundings a little bit differently. It makes them question society a little bit more, and it makes them think there's some magic left in this world. People not doing things for profit or motive, people doing things for fun. And that's what's important about the bus.
What would you say to people that are interested in helping spread this vibe by being a merry prankster?
People that are helping spread this vibe by being a merry prankster are a special bunch. You know, they come of all walks of life and all types and all sizes and all shapes and all music preferences, usually Grateful Dead, but not always. And I would say that every single one of them has something to add and is taking, you know, a lot of risk and taking this much time away from what they would ordinarily do to go ahead and go out there and take a chance like this. So I'd say they're a remarkable bunch of people.
Great. Tell us what your prankster name is.
I'm Pesky.
Pesky.
It's because I am, in fact, pesky.
Well, thanks for all your help.
No problem. Nice talking to you guys.
You made an excellent video.
Cool. Thank you.